Hello, everybody. Welcome to TOI Sports. We are back again with our daily show called Beyond the Boundary, which is looking back at India's tour of England. The Anderson Tendulkar Trophy is now history. And to discuss what happened in that series, we've got Nitin Naik joining us from Mumbai. Pratyush Raj also joins us from Delhi. And very soon, hopefully, we'll have Gaurav Gupta also joining us from Mumbai. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Starting with you, Nitin. Is this one of the best series that you've ever seen? Or was
Yeah,
this?
it was because it was also a perfect snub to all the advocates of 4-day Test cricket, wasn't it? All the Test matches going to the fifth day, four of them going to the third session of the fifth day. So we would not have had these so much excitement had Test cricket been a 4-day affair. The advocates of 4-day Test cricket can take a rest, and I feel that there were so many people who played a part, and I think very rarely does it happen in a if you can only maybe equate it to the 2021 India's tour of Australia, 2020 the COVID tour, where India famously won that series 2-1. Even that had so many players playing a role. So even here, almost four people scoring over 500 runs, two people scoring over 400 runs. Bumrah picking up 14 wickets, Siraj picking up 23 wickets, uh, and the biggest thing, as Sanjay Manjrekar also tweeted yesterday, that I think it was a perfect illustration that nobody is indispensable in Indian cricket. Kudos to the selectors for dropping the big names in Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli, because uh, I think that the form that they were in, they would have they would have struggled on this tour, despite the tour being played, most of the games being played on very flat pitches. But I think the selectors showed bravery, and for that reason alone, I think this series will rank very highly.
Yeah, we've also got Gaurav Gupta joining us from Mumbai. Gaurav, have you passed on all your inputs to the selectors about what they need to do going forward?
Well, I don't need to do that, Chandesh, because I think they did pretty well. I mean, now it's emerging that they were very clearly, the seniors were told that, were asked about their future plans to me by recent conversations in the BCCI. And I'm glad that that issue was taken up. And right from start of the tour, I've been saying that, just before the
So,
tour, कि जो हुआ है, बहुत अच्छा हुआ है.
so there's just a comment for you. Ankit Kumar Jha says, "Love you, Gigi." I don't know if he means it for you or for Gautam, but anyways, you can take it.
I think it must be Gautam Gambhir because he has been vindicated. All his choices have been vindicated. बेचारे ने बहुत गाली खाई है कि कुलदीप यादव को क्यों नहीं खिला रहे हो, विराट कोहली को रिटायर करा दिया, रोहित शर्मा भी जो है वो उनके आने के बाद तंग हो गए. But the man has ensured a smooth transition and a much needed transition and this thing transformation of Indian cricket that was needed. And we saw that a lot of issues that were cropping up in our batting. I think our batting has contributed big time to us winning this series. We have actually outscored England in all the tests, or, in almost all the test matches, and that has proved to be critical. I think our batting was in shambles in the last few years because Virat Kohli's form had really gone down and Rohit Sharma's form had fallen off in the last two series. So I'm glad कि ये दोनों के सपोर्टर नहीं विराट अच्छा है रोहित अच्छा नहीं है ये अच्छा है वो अच्छा है I'm glad that all that I mean all those things are out of the window now. So and I always believed in this team because I remember Wasim Jafar was one of the people whom I was speaking to the day Shubman Gill was officially appointed as the captain. He told me that expect this team to play far better than people are expecting it to, and that's
Gigi,
exactly how it turned out.
Ayush Jindal has a question for you. He says, Gigi bhai, why Gigi selected Brook as the player of the series and not Stokes?
यार 200 और स्टोक्स ने बहुत स्पिरिट से बॉलिंग डाली लेकिन ये टेस्ट मैच में भी स्टोक्स आई मीन हैरी ब्रूक ऑलमोस्ट मैच जिता गए थे इंग्लैंड को with that brilliant innings of 111 of 98 balls. And yesterday, Didi was saying that it's just the immediate impact of that innings. I don't think so. I think he was forgetting that 200s plus a 99 in this series. And I mean, the guy is just 25, not even 25 or something, and he's already got 10 test hundreds, which is a phenomenal record. And I was reading somewhere that twice or thrice he's already been voted man of the player of the series. Against New Zealand twice, I think, and once against Pakistan. तो मतलब बहुत ही phenomenal record है, बहुत ही जबरदस्त player है. And I thought that 100, and he followed that up before that with a 50 in the first innings. Remember, in tough
So
conditions, and
so
some of his stroke play is
so
absolutely dazzling.
on this point only Cosmic Seer says GG player of the series सही choose नहीं कर पा रहा है, playing 11 कहाँ से choose कर सही कर लेगा. तो anyways, and there is a comment for Nitin as well from Arvind Atreyas. He says, Nitin sir, good to have you back, missed your analysis.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Pratyush. Pratyush, in all the hullabaloo about the series and everything, the fact is India didn't win the series. England didn't win the series. What did they both gain from this series?
I think the baseball narrative stayed intact. The thing that they wanted to sell. India, for us, we got a new batting superstar. We are obsessed with the batting superstars, right? मतलब मतलब right from the, I mean, I'm sorry, Wadekar and उसके बाद से Gavaskar, Vengsarkar, Lala, Mohander Amarnath and all the Tendulkars, Ajruddin, everyone, Rahul Dravid, Abhi Kohli the, Abhi now Gill is there. That's the big thing. Uh, but series win, I've been listening to both my senior colleagues. I feel like it was a missed opportunity, given the fact that this English bowling attack is probably the worst. The pitches were more suited to us. And again, I mean, ठीक है अभी वो 6 रन से मोहम्मद सिराज saved GG, not Gaurav bhai up, GG some humiliation. I feel that otherwise, few of the selections that he made was like, I mean, it's abysmal to, I mean, it's absurd. You can't warm a leg spinner, wrist arms, जो आपका सबसे बड़ा match winner है, you can't let him warm the bench. And Prasidh Krishna wala tukka chal gaya again. But again, at the age of 29, I mean, if he can't construct a over in a test cricket, then you can't leak like 6 run per over. I was listening to Stuart Broad and Josh Butler's podcast. They beautifully portrayed that it was Mohammad Siraj. I mean, everyone has written about his passion, his spirit, but Stuart Broad, I mean, that guy has probably become my favorite in this tour. I loved his opinion, and he has said very. I mean, the काफी अच्छी बात बोली. People are talking about his bravado, like he never gave up. The guy 5 tests and all, but and everyone is talking about his heart, but he has this brain. He's a very skillful bowler, and taken he has removed the likes of Root, Stokes, Brook, and you name it. Like अभी पांच उतना 185 over डालना. For me, I think I think Siraj coming off the age, Suman leader. These two are the thing that. And again, in the show I mentioned once before. I mean, nothing to take credit away from Jasprit Bumrah. India's greatest test victory whenever overseas have come, the 3 week in the recent time, Bumrah was not there. Maybe a kind of charge up करता है लोगों को. Maybe at Gaba, here at Edgbaston, right? And now this. So we need to, and it's good to have Siraj as a like coming of a age, a bowler who is not in a shadow of Jassi Bhai. That's very beautifully. Everyone is making fun of him. I also trust myself now. So this is the biggest key takeaway for India as far as England is concerned. I think उनके लिए match practice था, and in going to Australia against that pace attack, they are going to struggle for sure. And the Kabura ball, the way it played against India, BGT, अगर वैसा condition दिया उनको, for sure they won't be given the flat track. That's what they love. So I
Okay.
think वहाँ पे they'll get hammered.
Okay, let's take quickly some more comments and go to Nitin as well. And Prasanjit Jana says, this team only going stronger from here, but we need to ready first bowling branch for marquee series. What else? Why no appreciation post for Siraj from Bumrah? Interesting, says Arvind Atreyas. And Mufasa says, no test match in Sena country next 1 year. And I will take one more comment. Uh, Prasanjit Jana also says, नितिन सर इतना दिन कहाँ गुम हो गए थे? जवाब दीजिए, देश जानना चाहता है नितिन.
Yeah.
जनता जानना चाहती है.
No, sorry,
जनता नहीं, देश.
your question kind of froze in between. Your frame was frozen. Just can you
So I
repeat the
said,
question?
Prasanjit Jana has a comment. नितिन सर इतना दिन कहाँ गायब हो गए थे? कहाँ
कहाँ
गुम
गुम
हो
हो
गए थे? और उसके बाद then there is a question from Arvind Atreyas which says, first Prasanjit Jana again, this team only
Hmm.
going to get stronger from here. We need to get our bowling right. And Arvind Atreyas says, why no appreciation post for Siraj from Bumrah? Interesting. Uh, First, where
Does
were you? Where did you disappear?
so there's a product called as Mumbai Mirror that we have launched. So lots of page making, ideating for that. So hence could not really be available, but hopefully now things kind of have settled down. So maybe I'll be available more often. But in terms of the second observation that our viewer had, I feel that we should not get too excited by this series. I mean, I had said that even if it was 3-1 in favor of India, I would call it success because I had my expectations really at a very very modest level, because I knew that there were shortcomings in this team, and it was only because there was everyone played cohesively that it could end up being 2-2. But there are holes in this team, especially in terms of batting and tactically, especially. I think Gambhir needs to really pull up his socks tactically as well as Gill. We can cut some slack for Gill because it's his first series, but I would expect that, or I would rather hope that there is more communication. The communication that Chandresh that I see with Gambhir and Surya, maybe because over there he sits in the dugout, which is there on the field of play, and here he's deep inside in the dressing room. Maybe that communication I do not see. But in today's day and age of modern communication techniques, I feel that there should be more information passed on from especially once Rishabh Pant was out. I thought that the use of spin and or the rather the lack of use of spin from Gill, was it from the dressing room, or was it his own choice? I'm not very sure, and I sincerely hope and pray that even if it was a bad selection that he has made in terms of the personnel that he has chosen and chosen to go very very batting heavy, even if it's a bad selection, I seriously hope and pray that it is his choice and not the coach's choice. So maybe the 750 plus run series will add more weight to his decision making and his authority, so that he can assert himself in that dressing room, which could be a bit of a challenge with a coach like Gambhir around. But I think that he needs to be more hands-on and tactically a bit more flexible when it comes to games like these. And we were just, as Pratyush said, that we were lucky in this test, that otherwise we almost had another instance of the team chasing 370 plus in one series, which doesn't really augur well. There was one test match that we dominated out and out, but the other test, I think, we were lucky to draw level.
Yeah, and also, why do you think there was no appreciation post from Bumrah for Siraj? He posted something but didn't post something on Siraj.
Does it have to be so public every time? I mean,
No, it's
there are.
nowadays. No, nowadays in today's day and age, it's all about being public. Even if you're drinking a glass of water, you need to
Yeah, I
tell
mean,
everybody that I'm drinking glass of
sure.
water.
I mean, I'm sure it's a swipe generation question, but I'm sure that he would have passed on his kudos to everyone in the team.
Yeah, Cosmic Seer Pratyush has a point or a comment. He says, जो मैच इंडिया को जीतना चाहिए था फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड वो इंग्लैंड जीती, जो इंग्लैंड को जीतना चाहिए था फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ वो हम ड्रॉ किया और हम जीत गए. Kishore Chaudhary is asking why not Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and what else? What else is there? There are a couple of other questions. I'll just take. Cosmic Seer also has a comment about Jurel. Jurel looks more confident in batting in both last match and India A matches. Should India give him chance in place of Sai or Nair? Sai and Nair didn't look confident at all. for in any of their innings. And Arvind Atreya says man of the series given to Brook for helping India level series. And Kishore Chaudhary says Rahane should be brought back at number 6. So Kishore Chaudhary is on a retro mode, and what's his name? Cosmic Seer is on a forward looking mode.
एक बेसबॉल खेल रहा है, एक अभी भी बहुत पीछे। एनीवेज, हाँ। कहाँ थे शुरू से? रहाने यार, अजिंक्य रहाने मुझे बहुत पसंद है यार। मतलब आई डोंट नो, I still feel the best test captain we never had. I don't know. I mean, I might get some slack for this, but like I feel that, right. Not forget that BGT.
Oh, by the
That
way,
Dharmsa,
Sledging Sports has come up with his own comment. पुजारा
पुजारा
को
को
3
भी
पे खिलाना चाहिए, अभी भी उसका टेस्ट एवरेज बेस्ट है.
नहीं, माफ करो यार। पुजारा से बहुत लोगों की दुकान चली, लेकिन अब बस करो। मतलब हो गया, बहुत खेला। अ, मतलब अब रही बात रहाणे की। आई थिंक रहाणे कैप्टेंसी इन धर्मशाला टेस्ट वेयर कुलदीप यादव मेड his debut. That was, I think, one of the fantastic test series. और खून के आंसू रोगे अगर आपको पता चलेगा कि 31 का कुलदीप यादव हो गया है, और अभी तक he has played only 13 tests. Going forward, Rahane and Pujara, I think that chapter has been closed. And if I think Gaurav Bhai has reported it, अभी दिलीप ट्रॉफी में उनका कहीं है भी नहीं, they have been overlooked. So वो तो कहानी खत्म है। Coming back to Jurel, I think Jurel is probably abhi ke time mein, we can say, jaise we give credit to Venksankar for picking Virat Kohli, right, out of the blue. And you have to, down the years, you'll give credit to Ajit Agarkar. Because Dhruv Jurel का कोई first class में ऐसा बहुत सुभान अल्लाह record नहीं था. That 1 250 plus came against Nagaland. But there was something in him that the selectors, especially I think Subrato Banerjee and Ajay Ratra, these two, one of them, someone spotted. He has performed well. I still feel he could be a very good number 5, number 6. But for now, I think he'll be second to Pant. And I have said it repeatedly that he's a better keeper than Pant. अभी द अदर डे एक रिद्धिमान साहब का यूट्यूब पे समथिंग पॉप्ड अप, एंड फिर लगता है कि यार इतना अच्छा विकेट कीपर हमारे पास था, एंड ही डिडंट प्ले इवन प्लेड 40 टेस्ट मैचेस फॉर इंडिया. सो दैट आई होप जुरेल के साथ वो ना हो, बिकॉज ही इज अ वेरी गुड बैटर. ही इज अ वेरी गुड बैटर, एंड वी हैव सीन दैट. Hopefully he'll get chances. I mean, we keep talking about Sresh Iyer, Sarfaraz. They have been unlucky, but I think Jurel will get his chance. Coming back to Sai and Karun, Sai, at least if you have, मुझे लगता है नंबर 3, I mean, बहुत important है. Maybe the coach, as Nitin sir rightly mentioned, he need to up his tactical game. नंबर 3 आपका कोई म्यूजिकल चेयर नहीं हो सकता. वो अभी आप देखो यार कौन कौन उधर खेला है. तो यू हैव टू गिव साई सुदर्शन एटलीस्ट 10 टेस्ट. करुण नायर, आई थिंक ही हैज बीन मिसट्रीटेड. आई मीन, आई एग्री दैट ही डिडंट, जो भी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला नहीं मिला, कभी 6, कभी 3, कभी 5, ऐसे नहीं होता. I will give him one more series. I think Daddy Hundreds will come in at home. If not, then bring Sresh Iyer into and Sarfaraz into the fold. Give in home conditions, especially. And not to forget, like Karun Nair is one of the safest hand. So if you are playing in India, so you'll need some close-in fielders on a rank turner, जो definitely होने वाला है. So you'll need a safe pair of hand there.
Yeah. There are pointed questions for Gigi from Ayush Jindal. He says, Gigi bhai, what is COE doing regarding fast bowlers? They are getting injured again and again. And we don't have a pacer who can play even 3 test matches on the trot except Siraj. And also, there's another question which from Ayush Jindal. He says, where's that? Where's that gone? Uh, yeah, a question about Jagadishan and how he was selected over. Yeah, from Shubham Mishra. He says, do you think Test batting style changed और जगदीशन को कैसे select कर लिया over अक्षय वाडकर who averages 56 दो बार रणजी फाइनल लेकर गया. वेस्ट इंडीज एनी चांस और अक्षय वाडकर?
यार इन्होंने मेरी मुंह की बात छीन ली. बहुत क्या नाम, शुभ नाम है इनका. मतलब वाकई में मैं भी चाहता था कि
शुभम
अक्षय
मिश्रा.
वाडकर, या सो मिश्रा जी ने बहुत बढ़िया बात बोली है, क्योंकि अक्षय वाडकर वाकई में, मतलब उन्होंने बहुत प्यारी, आई हैड कवर्ड दैट फाइनल 24-25 मुंबई वर्सेस विदर्भा, एंड ही स्कोर्ड अ ब्रिलियंट 100 एट फॉर विदर्भा इन दैट फाइनल, एंड ऑलमोस्ट हेल्प विदर्भा chase down that total. I mean, Vidarbha ka thoda sa, on the last day, Mumbai came back very strongly in that first session or second session. But I remember Akshay Vadkar was batting beautifully, and that entire season he batted beautifully, and he has been batting very well in domestic cricket. And I think जिसको थोड़ी सी भी समझ होगी वो अक्षय वाडकर को इस स्टेज पे डेफिनेटली अक्षय वाडकर को पिक किया जाना चाहिए था. दैट्स व्हाट आई आल्सो फेल्ट दैट अक्षय वाडकर शुड हैव बीन देयर. विदर्भा चैंपियन टीम रही है पिछले 2 साल में, मतलब एक रणजी ट्रॉफी फाइनल और दूसरा जीता. So somewhere that also sends a signal to domestic cricketers that what you when you perform and when you win the Ranji Trophy, one of you will be picked for the Indian team at least as a reserve player, if not in the first 11. So I thought वहां पर थोड़ी सी चूक हुई सेलेक्टर्स से. जगदीशन का हो गया, he is a good player, seasoned player, ये वो, but I mean ठीक है वो, he's been there, done that. Secondly, coming back, what was the other thing, other
About
question?
see, what are they doing? Why
Yeah,
are they not
COE,
doing?
see, COE का रोल थोड़ा सा अंडर द स्कैनर रहा है फॉर अ फ्यू इयर्स नाउ. वो COA कमिटी ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स के टाइम से रहा है, जब आई थिंक कौशिक करके एक फिजियो होते थे वहां पे लीडिंग वो दिस थिंग. उसके बाद भी इश्यूज रहे. लास्ट ईयर आई नो फॉर अ फैक्ट दैट couple of franchises were, I was speaking to them recently, they were very disappointed with COE's work. A few fast bowlers turned up not fully fit after having spent lengthy sessions at COE. I mean, I remember, I think Mayank Yadav came there and came to the IPL and again broke down. Akashdeep wasn't fully fit. So thoda sa issues the. I think thoda sa COE needs to pull up its socks, and when it comes to Jasprit, you cannot blame the COE. COE, you would rather blame the Mumbai Indians and for their approach of playing him in all 15-16 matches in the IPL. I think वो थोड़ा सा BCCI को अब हाई टाइम है कि they should take it up with the franchisee and tell them कि बॉस आपने डिस्कवर किया इनको, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप 16-17 मैच में रगड़ डालेंगे आईपीएल में उसको. 10-12 मैच खिलाइए या जो भी, मतलब some sort of rotation has to happen. Especially he cannot play when your team is out of the tournament and play in useless matches. I think वो थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है वहां पर. So other than that, and Bumrah is obviously, with his unique action, there's that workload management and stuff, it comes into play. You cannot blame the COE for it. But otherwise, by and large, yeah, the COE does need to pull up its socks when it comes to other injuries of fast bowlers and all. But I believe that franchises are also now really, they've got into action in terms of taking care of their players. So let's hope that in the coming season, because a lot of white ball cricket is going to happen. October, I'm still not sure about the Asia Cup. August में तो कुछ भी नहीं है. But October onwards, when we are playing the West Indies at home and then traveling to Australia for the white ball series, बहुत सारा white ball cricket आने वाली है. So a lot of fast bowlers are already on the sidelines, as I had reported. But I hope this slowly, some of them start getting fit and the COE performs its role reasonably well.
So you said the white ball season starts in October, November.
Yeah, October 19th से ना, we are playing
Okay.
Australia, touring Australia. That's
No,
when
no, no.
Virat and
Because usually everybody gets fit in January, February. So I was just wondering. So
नहीं, I think this time there'll be a lot of vote, Chandresh, for places because there's a T20 World Cup in Feb March. And as much as I know, जितना players IPL को वैल्यू करते हैं उतना ही T20 वर्ल्ड कप में प्रेजेंस को भी वैल्यू करते हैं, क्योंकि वो एक वर्ल्ड कप है जहां आप जीत गए और आप हीरो बन सकते हैं, out of the blue, and then you're there, you're sort of. लास्ट टाइम सर
okay.
125 करोड़ अनाउंस किया था जब T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीत गए थे
तो
बीसीसीआई ने. तो
जीजी भाई आप कह रहे हो कि अब बॉलर इंस्टाग्राम से बाहर निकल के फील्ड पे बॉलिंग डालेंगे, फास्ट बॉलर.
अभी तो इंस्टाग्राम में डालेंगे दोस्त. अभी तो 1 महीना 1.5 महीना तो कुछ भी नहीं है करने के लिए उनके
नहीं है
पास
ना
में. हॉलीडे
ड्यूलिप ट्रॉफी.
शूटिंग कर रहे हैं सब लोग इस समय,
ड्यूलिप
हॉलीडे मोड
ट्रॉफी
में
है.
है.
ड्यूलिप
ड्रीम
ट्रॉफी
ट्रॉफी
है.
28 तारीख पे है चंद्रेश. बट द मेन फास्ट bowlers and the main bowlers, they're not going to play. Ravindra Jadeja has been rested from that. So a lot of other bowlers will be rested from that. Bumrah obviously will not be playing in that. So your first line of premier players is not going to play in the Dream Trophy, especially after such a grueling England series.
Yeah. So just a request. एक मिनट प्रत्युष आपके पास आ रहा हूँ. Just a request to Mufasa, to Legend Gaming, to few others. Please don't keep commenting again and again. भाई साहब आपके जो comments आ रहे हैं हम पढ़ पा रहे हैं. प्लीज मत कमेंट बार बार करते रहिए. उसको सिफ्ट थ्रू करना बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है. आप प्रत्युष बोलिए.
एक दिल्ली के फास्ट बॉलर हैं, मदन लाल जी के शिष्य हैं. वो एक रणजी मैच खेलते हैं, उसके बाद उनका हैमस्ट्रिंग, ग्रैंड, और वो फेक बना के लेके आते हैं. ठीक है, फिर लेकिन आईपीएल आते द इंस्टाग्राम थिंग इज एक्टिव वेयर ही इज लाइक पंपिंग अप 2 मैच 3 मैच, उनके लाइफ का मोटो ही है आईपीएल खेलना। उनको कोई मतलब ही नहीं है कि फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट हो, सैयद मुश्ताक अली हो। पाजी 5 साल खेल लेंगे, एक एकेडमी खुल जाएगी। सो
हाँ।
लाइक दिस इज, आई मीन मैं वर्बेटिम बता रहा हूँ मैं। So,
द स्लेजिंग स्पोर्ट्स का आरोप है हमारे ऊपर। वो कह रहे हैं तुम लोग रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली का फेक एजेंडा चलाते हो, फेक प्लेयर चलाते हो। तुम्हें कितने रुपए मिलते हैं? करोड़ों रुपए। नितिन, आई वांट यू टू टेक दैट, एंड आल्सो देयर इज वन कपल ऑफ अदर क्वेश्चंस और कमेंट्स अबाउट फ्रॉम मुफासा, जो बार बार कमेंट किए जा रहे थे। मुफासा कह रहे हैं व्हाई नो टेस्ट मैचेस scheduled for India and Sena countries for next 1 year. More test matches need to be played by India and Sena countries. The sledging sports also says India की आबादी 1.4 बिलियन है, पर कोई दो ऑलराउंडर भी हमें हम प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं जो टेस्ट मैच पूरे 5 दिन खेल सके। एंड शिवम 26 says प्रसिद्ध is the find of the series.
Which one do you want me to take?
Start off with Prasid and then go backwards.
I don't think Prasidh is the find of the series. I think he's 29 years old. I think in few of the spells he was downright very ordinary. Only after that, I think the post tea session on day 4, I think he really ran in and he got movement, generous movement, and he got the wicket of Joe Root. But I think he Chandresh, they need to learn how to bowl a little bit dry also. You can't keep going at five and a half, 5.5 and over, where then the other side, he beat Siraj, beat Bumrah, beat Malcolm Marshall. Even if he comes back from his grave and starts bowling, even he won't be able to extract pressure if a bowler is going at 5.5. And what kind of gets his Prasidh Krishna's critics going is the fact that he asks for a field and then bowls the exact opposite of what that field is meant for. So I think that's something which he needs to learn. I think Ishant Sharma was a classic example of being able to bowl dry, even when he could not get wickets. That's something that he needs to really learn and up his game there. About the fake agenda thing, well, I wish I could have many crores in my bank account, but sadly I do not. But there's definitely no agendas here. Please, I mean, whoever is commenting that, please go and look at their recent Test match records. How they have got dismissed, the repeated pattern in dismissal in the dismissals. Some of the dismissals, especially of Rohit Sharma, being downright embarrassing, with him being opened up even by pacers on Indian wickets, like Matt Henry did to him in India. So before commenting such harsh words and alleging and making allegations on us and our panelists, so please, I do data is very cheap nowadays. So please log on to some good cricket websites and please check out their recent scores.
Okay, Pratyush, there are some other comments and questions. Sayyid Nizamuddin says, Test cricket is the greatest sport man ever invented. And Sports fan says, in West Indies and SA series, is pitch will be going flat for 5-day test matches or rank turner? Because in rank turner, our batsmen also fail, but in flat wickets, we don't have bowlers who can pick 20 wickets.
निजामुद्दीन भाई, आप गालिब का एक बहुत अच्छा शेर है कि दिल बहलाने के लिए गालिब ये ख्याल बहुत अच्छा है। टेस्ट क्रिकेट इज एब्सोल्युटली ब्यूटीफुल, लेकिन अगर आप हैंड साइड में देखें तो 3 ही लोग खेल रहे हैं। और ये जो अभी मतलब बहुत ही खूबसूरती से लगता है कि यार 5 दिन चला गया, बहुत अच्छा, टेस्ट क्रिकेट इज बैक। माइकल अथर्टन लिख देंगे, नासिर हुसैन साहब लिख देंगे, गिडियन हेग लिख देंगे, ऑल द गुड राइटर्स विल लाइक जितने अंदर के
You
इमोशंस है
know,
निकाल के
you
रख
don't mean
देंगे।
Gigi. You don't mean Gigi.
जी 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 भाई, वो हमारे वो ग्राउंड रिपोर्टर है, उनको खुद अभी ही विल नॉट, ही विल हेट मी इफ आई विल कंपेयर हिम टू दिस राइटर्स। एनीवेज, हाँ, तो मतलब जो है, सच यही है कि आप देखें पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट कहाँ है टेस्ट में, आप देखें वेस्ट इंडीज क्रिकेट कहाँ है। और ये जो सीरीज हुई है, ये इसने 2 टायर को एक इंडोर्समेंट दे दिया है कि देखो यार, ये जो टॉप 3-4 टीम है उसमें न्यूजीलैंड और साउथ अफ्रीका आ जाएगी, ये लोग 5 दिन का क्रिकेट खेल सकते हैं। बाकी जो है मतलब उनका तो दे आर लाइक सेकंड क्लास सिटीजन, जैसे हमारे रेलवेज में होता है, सेकंड फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड 2 AC, थर्ड AC, फिर स्लीपर एंड जनरल। तो उतना तो नहीं होगा, बट हाँ 2 टियर हो गया, ये चीज है दैट। एंड वो सेकंड क्वेश्चन क्या था सर? व्हाट वाज द सेकंड क्वेश्चन?
सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज वो पिचेस को लेकर कि वेस्ट
पिचेस
इंडीज
को
और साउथ
लेके
अफ्रीका सीरीज
नहीं
में।
नहीं, आई थिंक इट विल बी अखाड़ा। WTC पॉइंट्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट एंड इंडिया, हम लोग ऑब्सेस्ड हैं, हम हमारी जनता भी ऑब्सेस्ड है कि हम फाइनल पहुंचे, जीते, वो एक चीज नहीं है। एंड इफ यू हैव लाइक जडेजा, द अक्षर, द कुलदीप एंड वॉशी, दीज फोर, एंड गौतम गंभीर एट द हेल्म, सो मतलब वो 3 दिन 3.5 दिन वाला ही होगा। आई कांट सी दैट स्पोर्टिंग पिच जो लास्ट टाइम पटौदी ट्रॉफी जो हुई थी इंडिया में, बैरिंग दैट फर्स्ट टेस्ट इन वाइजैक, उसके बाद जैसे हुआ था, ऐसे पिचेस नहीं मिलेंगे आपको। आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू बी टर्नर।
Okay. Outside boundary talks as a question for you, Gigi. What happened to India was a Sri Lanka series that was about to happen in August, and sledging sports as a sledge towards you, Nitin. He says if the data is cheap, please go to check the state of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. First,
Okay.
Gigi.
ये विराट कोहली रोहित शर्मा से बाहर निकलने बोलो यार इनको। हो गया बहुत अब विराट कोहली रोहित शर्मा। मुझे लगता है बीसीसीआई को एक अच्छा सा फेलिसिटेशन फंक्शन करके दोनों को और विदा कर देना चाहिए, अलविदा कर देना चाहिए वनडे क्रिकेट से भी। और थैंक यू वेरी मच बोलना चाहिए कि बहुत बढ़िया आपके आपने सर्विस दी इंडियन क्रिकेट को। अब प्लीज नेक्स्ट ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप में भी हमको कुछ ऐसा ही जलवा देखना है यंगस्टर्स का। ठीक है, सो थैंक्स एंड थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर योर सर्विसेज। ओके, कमिंग बैक टू सॉरी दैट अदर क्वेश्चन, या
Sri Lanka.
what was the
India
other
was a
thing
Sri
question?
Lanka.
Sri
India was
Lanka
a Sri
Yeah,
series.
Lanka.
India versus Sri Lanka, that is 99% not happening. I came to know it about 2 weeks earlier, but then I was not sure because somehow VC Office has been very elusive in the last few weeks. But that series is different. August, we are not playing anything. We are not playing anything. We are not, because I think the boys are a bit tired. From what I was told, I think Mr. Devajit Saikia, the BCCI secretary, met the team in London in Lord during the Lord's Test, and the feedback was that the players are too tired, so nobody has the energy to, because a few of those boys want to be in the scheme of things for white ball cricket as well. Especially because the Asia Cup is also scheduled for September. So I think the unanimous opinion was that everybody wanted a break after such a grueling series from international cricket, including maybe the coaching staff also. So I really doubt that August में किसी भी तरह का international cricket खेलेंगे. I know for a fact that at least a couple of boys have extended their stay in London, in England, and they're going to chill out and holiday and sort of unwind after such a long series. So they're going to be there only. So August nothing. I think the closest that we are to action is from September 8th, or I think September 9th, the Asia Cup. So that is the closest we are to action, provided the Asia Cup takes place, because a lot of our friends feel that there are issues with Asia Cup as well.
So wait. Arvind Atreyas has a question for you. Gigi, share some IPL news. Already boring, no cricket for 1 month.
आईपीएल न्यूज तो अभी तो फिलहाल कुछ नहीं, सब जगह सब कुछ ठंडा है। हाँ, इतना मैं बता देता हूँ कि संजू सैमसन भी नहीं जा रहे हैं कहीं पर, इतना भी पता चल रहा है मेरे को। ये भी एक चल रहा था कि संजू सैमसन जा रहे हैं, ये वो है, बट आई मीन आई डाउट दैट ही इज गोइंग एनीवेयर फ्रॉम व्हाट माय सोर्सेज टेल मी। तो बाकी तो
Okay.
और तो कुछ नहीं है अभी, ठंडा है सब
Okay,
कुछ।
one last question for Nitin. Sir, please, from Benf. He says, Sir, please answer my question. Going by stats and performance, Stokes deserved man of the series. Why was he not given? Is Gigi saddest?
No, I think he would have rather looked at. He has a good point though, because Stokes had impactful performances, bold
What about
downs,
Root?
and inspirational. Yeah, route also. But I think what happens when someone does well in the last test, and if someone misses the last test, is a little bit of recency bias creeps in. So I think, and because Brooks' innings proved to be so impactful, and also his dismissal in the end, I think it had a huge impact on the result. I think that's what prompted Gambhir to, But my man of the series for England would have been Stokes.
Okay. So, on that happy note, happy to sign off for today. We're getting a lot of comments, questions. Please keep firing them in. We'll have this panel once again joining us very shortly. One good thing to remember is that since 2018, since the retirement of Alistair Cook, England has not beaten either India or Australia, home or away, in Test series, in Test cricket, and this is something that is going to hurt England for a while. And hopefully, very soon, India will be able to get one across England in England in maybe in 2029. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Gaurav,
Thank you.
Pratyush, Nitin for joining us
Thank you.
today.
Thank
To
you.
all of you, please keep liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and be part of this channel as always. We're winding up for today. We'll be back very soon. From the back end team and the four of us, it's goodbye and God bless.